Yay, I think we're live. Happy Wednesday, everyone. I hope everyone is having a safe day and is having a blessed day. My name is Lina Munoz, and welcome to another live training hosted by Mi Escuelita Online Academy. I am going to really quickly check to see that we're live in our group. While I do that, send us some love. Um, Hashtag live, hashtag replay if you're joining us. Um, if you're watching this later on today, we have such an amazing topic to talk about today. It's very interesting because whenever I start planning, what I'm going to share, the different strategies with you, I kind of feel like if my family knows and is having me practice with them. I'll tell you why. Our topic for today is, oh, excuse me, is strategies to use to calm your child. And that's our topic. And I kind of feel, oops, sorry, doggy. I kind of feel like my children were testing me this week. They were like, okay, mom, you're talking about these strategies, now use them with me. So I thought that was very interesting. Hi, friend. Thank you for joining us today. Thank you for joining us. Let me double check our group. Oh, well, I do hold on today. Hi, Pilar. Joining us. Let me lower this down. So yeah, I kind of felt like if they were testing to see if I really knew this topic, strategies to use to calm your child down. And not only am I going to share how you can use them at home, but how we use them here at Mi Escuelita Online Academy. And let me make sure. There's someone saying that they can't find me. I am in the group, right? Yeah, I'm there. Let me tag her really quick on this so she can find us. Can I comment? At Ara. Okay, let's see. There we go. Okay, so let's get started. Let's talk about these strategies. The first strategy that I want to share with you is one that I learned from several people. Is the very first strategy is breathe and distract. You know what? Hi, Stacy. My mom taught me the distract strategy. Whenever our parents live in Mexico, and whenever we would go visit them with the kiddos, the kids would throw a tantrum for different reasons, or they would get upset, right? And my mom would distract them. And at first I thought, Mom, no, just let them be. But it really does work. Like she would, like, let's say we were driving, right? And then she'd point to something outside and say, oh, did you see that little butterfly? Or did you see that bird? And they're like, where? Where's that bird? Or where's that bunny? And it kind of got their mind thinking about something else. So when your child is upset and they're upset, one big strategy is to have them breathe and be distracted. So one way you could do that is by getting a pinwheel. You can get these at the dollar store. I'm sure a lot of different places sell them. And have them breathe. And of course, the pinwheel distracts them as well. We might even need to use this. Now, one tip that you could also do is you could spray it with like lavender or put some like a peppermint on it. No, oh, that's kind of dusty. Nothing too intense, but just something like lavender to help them. So when they're breathing it in and breathing them out. Now, here's one thing that I didn't share at the very beginning, and I should have shared this first. Now, when our children get upset, if we're upset also, it's not we're not able to help them at that time. So while your child is breathing, you take a moment to breathe as well. So this is your very first tip is breathe and distract. Breathing helps them to calm down, and the distraction helps them to think of something else. Now, that doesn't mean you're not going to talk about what upset them or their actions. But the truth is, when a child is upset, they can't think anyhow. So all our talk is not being listened to until they're calm. So strategy number 1, breathe and distract. If you don't have a pinwheel, you can use other things as well. Okay, the second strategy that I want to share with you is also a breathing technique, and it's called candy breathing. Now, with candy breathing, this is something you want to play with them prior to them getting upset. So, you play different games with them, I Spy or riddle games or scavenger hunts. This game is a game that you could play with them. So that way, when they are upset, you can remind them to use it. So this is how you play this game to teach them this technique. You say, we're going to play a candy game. We're going to go around and we're going to breathe. And when you breathe out, you get to share your favorite candy. So M&Ms. Okay, now your turn. Twix. Your turn. Lucas. That's like a spicy candy. So then you just kind of play this game, but you're teaching them to breathe. So then this way, when your child is upset, you can go to them because proximity is important and say, I can see that you're upset. Let's try some candy breathing. And then, hold on a second. Alexa, stop. You can try some candy breathing. Now, when they're upset, they're not going to want to take a turn right away. So you could just kind of practice with them for a while, Okay, I'm going to start cereal. Oh. Cereal. Do you want to take a turn? No, not yet. Okay. Ice cream. Maybe things that they want to eat. You want to take a turn? Okay. Popcorn. And you want to be very purposeful with your breathing. You're going to take it slow and deep. And then eventually they'll want to join too. The funnier you make it, the more likely they'll want to join too. So that's called candy breathing. Okay, last breathing one is called stuffy breathing. So with stuffy breathing, what you do is, one idea is to have all of these little things like your pinwheel and your stuffy in a special place. And maybe you take out a special stuffy. This one got attacked by our dog, but he's okay. You take out a stuffy, and then you have them hold the stuffy, and you tell them, okay, I'm gonna get my stuffy. Now you get your stuffy, and you're gonna put it on your chest. Okay. Now let's make our stuffy go up and down. Oh, he likes going up and down really deep. And that's a way of distracting them with the cute stuffy and having them breathe. Breathing helps them get out of the anger. The anger is kind of like right here in the back of their brain, in the stem, and helping them bring their thinking to the front of their brain. There's science behind all of that. But having something to distract them while they breathe helps bring their thinking forward. Now, it's going to take time. It's not going to happen like this, right? So these are techniques that you would use when you do have some time. Now, let's say you're in a rush and you're like, I don't have time for this. We got to go. What you're going to do is you're going to give them a big hug and say, I know you're upset. I can tell you're upset. I see it in your face. You're like this and you're crying. You are safe. You are safe. You can do this. Give them a big hug and then scoop them into the car. And then while they're in their car, maybe you take your pinwheel with you. Maybe you take the special stuffy with you. Those, okay, more techniques. This one is called the Dino Stomp. Oh, I forgot to bring it. Okay, I'm just going to have to explain it to you. So the Dino Stomp, the reality is kids get angry. We all get angry. And being angry is okay. How we react to the anger is what we want to work on, because we want to make it an appropriate response. So one way for them to act out there, to take that anger out, is to use a Dino Stomp. So you get a tissue box. Sorry, I didn't bring my tissue box. You get a tissue box, and then you could do it together. You can paint it to look like a dinosaur, painted green and brown. And then maybe you get a sponge and cut out the sponge into a triangle and make that the toes. You can do hot glue. And you could practice that and say, okay, I could tell that you're angry. Your hands are like this. Your face looks angry and you're really upset. When we're angry, we can stomp around. Okay, let's put our feet in here. We put our feet into the little tissue box, or they put their feet in the tissue box and they stomp around. And of course, as they're stomping, they're stomping out that anger. You say, okay, let's breathe slowly. And they stomp at that anger, because the reality is we all get angry. And being angry, it's okay to be angry. It's not okay to hit. It's not okay to, sometimes it's not okay to yell in certain places. So then we're going to stomp out our anger. And express it in an appropriate way. Okay, here's another strategy. Feed the grouch. Sometimes we need to feed them, right? Sometimes kids are hangry, and that's why they're mad. And we have to be able to see those physiological cues, like they're tired or they're hungry. This is when kids are upset. Just because they're upset, their feelings are hurt. You can get, this is a Clorox cleaning container. You can get this, or a Parmesan cheese container. You can paint it. You don't have to paint it. I had some googly eyes on here, but my kiddos took them off. And it opens up, right? So what you do is say, oh, you're upset. You're grouchy. You are mad. You know what? I think we need to feed the grouch. So then you'll have little pom-poms. Where are my pom-poms? Okay, I'm going to use these dice. And you're going to say, okay, I brought Mr. Grouch to keep you company, but he's super hungry. Can you feed the grouch for me? And, but then eventually, as they're breathing, and so that the concept behind feeding the grouch is that they're distracted. They're doing something purposeful. With the Parmesan cheese one, they could actually see the grouch's stomach getting filled up. And it's a way to settle them down. It's a way to settle them down. Friends, kids get angry, kids get upset, and it's hard for them to express their feelings. But this is what we have to remember. As adults, we have to teach them these strategies to calm down. We can only teach it to them when we're calm. And it's upsetting. It's like, come on, we got to do this. Just do this. And afterwards, you can be upset. Well, they're not at that age where they understand that yet. Sometimes we're not at that age where we understand that yet. When that happens, let them know that they are calm, that they are safe, that they can do this, and that they are loved. You are safe. You've got this. You can do it. You are so loved. And then have them do what they need to do if you need to do something right away. At Mi Escuelita, we practice breathing and we practice distracting our students with something else when they become upset. We practice stuffy breathing. We have them give themselves a hug or give their stuffy a hug. We haven't practiced having it on our chest. I think we're going to practice that in the next coming weeks. Friends, I hope that you found these strategies useful. When your child is upset, the most critical thing to remember is that we, as their family, as their community, we're modeling what to do when they're upset. And we want to help teach them that it's okay to get upset and that there are strategies that they can use. We want to teach them that it's okay to get angry, but there's an appropriate way to use that anger by stomping it out, by hugging it out, by stomping on a pillow. And there's ways that are not appropriate. Now, here's a big thing, friends. Okay, I always use friends. Here's a big thing, families. When our children get upset, we're going to use these strategies to calm our child down. Once they're calm, then that's when we have a discussion. And it might be the next day where we say, hey, let's talk. Yesterday, earlier today, you got really upset. Your face was like this and you were screaming. But then you did something that calmed you down. Do you remember what that was? That's right. You were breathing. Show me how you did that again. Show me again. Oh, that's so good. Let me try it with you. You know what? That does help. What got you so mad? Why were you so upset? Oh, I couldn't. Oh, let's ask Rex. Rex, why did you get so upset? Oh, I couldn't write my name and that made me mad. And I was like, ah. Oh, yeah. I can see how that makes you mad. Well, what could we do to practice your name? I guess I could practice tracing my name. Oh, that's a good idea. We could practice tracing your name to help you learn how to write your name. I love that. That's a great idea. We'll start doing that. Or we'll talk to Teacher M so she can help us practice your name. Also, maybe she can send us some ideas. Ah, that's you. Yeah, I know we're acting it out. Oh, okay, got it. And then next time we get upset, I definitely think we should try that breathing thing again. Let's do it now. Nice job. So then we want to use both techniques. We want to practice. We want to get them calm, but we also want to make sure that we talk them through what to do next time they get upset, and then what to do so they don't get upset. That it's okay, that we're learning, that we're growing, that we're here for them. Friends, I hope that you found these strategies useful. If you haven't had a chance to meet with me so we can develop a plan to help your child academically and in other areas, comment below. So we can set aside a time. I think I have time for 3 parents this upcoming week to meet with you to talk about how Mi Escuelita Online Academy can help you develop a plan in partnership to support your child's success. Wishing you a beautiful Wednesday, and we'll see you here next week at Mi Escuelita Online Academy. For now, bye.